Hello, everybody out there in YouTube. My name is Forever King 116, and I'm here today to talk to you about the Smallville episode Beacon. Where do I start, people? Where do I start? Well, I'm gonna start with the things I didn't like. All right, and that wasn't too many things. It was just two things I didn't like. I didn't like the Oliver and Chloe thing. Um, them all laid up in the bed like that. I didn't like that. I love Chloe. I like Chloe. You know what I'm saying? She's a great character for this show. But I don't like the direction the writers are put in their relationship. You know, like a year ago this was a booty call, and now it's like they done forgot all about Jimmy Olsen, her love of the life of her life. She was married to Jimmy. Yeah, he's dead. Yeah, the character's gone. This isn't a real reality thing, but I'm saying, how can you get over your dead husband? Like, how could you marry? How could you marry somebody, and then they die in the same year that y'all got married, and you're just over them, like a year later? Martha Kent, she dating Perry White, but she still is in love with Jonathan Kent. It didn't take her a year to get over Jonathan. You understand what I'm saying? It didn't take her a year to get over Jonathan. It took her a while to get over Jonathan. And yeah, Jimmy and Chloe's relationship was their wedding, their marriage was brand new, so they didn't get a chance to love each other as much as Jonathan and Martha did. But for Chloe to move on from Jimmy onto Oliver like that, it just, it doesn't make sense to me. But enough about them. The second thing I didn't like the Lex thing. I didn't like it. I did not like it. I'll tell you this right now. I did not like it. Yeah, the parts with Lex were good, but it would have been better if they'd have had Michael Rosenbaum. And I'm gonna tell you why I say that. Because Lionel being there was awesome. But if Michael Rosenbaum was standing right next to this nigga and saying the things that he was saying, that this little kid was playing the role, I'm telling you, it'd have been more special. Because, like, yeah, you just gotta understand, like, when Michael Rosenbaum plays the part of Lex Luthor, he's more believable as Lex Luthor. He just is. That's it. He just could. That's the only person I could see playing Lex Luthor. You understand? Or they could have brought back the guy that played Lex in the beginning of the season with Lazarus. That was Lex in his 40s. He could have brought back that guy because he, even though he's not no Michael Rosenbaum, he still played the part well, better than the kid. And there was parts with Lionel and Lex that I felt like if they'd have had the original Lex, it'd have been better. It'd have knocked that shit right out the park, because it just fits. But the kid, it just did not fit. I wasn't feeling the hair. You know what I'm saying? He cut his hair in the younger version of Lex. He cut his hair in that mirror, and then it's like, now to see that kid with the hair, it just didn't mix right with me. I just didn't believe him to be Lex. Yeah, he had some tough parts. There was a couple of parts I kind of like, yeah, that's Lex right there, but it wasn't Lex. Like, there was a part where he had the gun, and he was like, he was tough when he had the gun. You know what I'm saying? He kind of was believable, but then after that, he just wasn't. Like all the parts about him, and it was just not believable. And there's another thing I was upset about. I was upset about the Clark thing. People, I feel like Smallville is stretching this long. Like they've been stretching this for a while. You understand? I'm getting tired of hearing Clark being so negative now. He's just negative. Everything is negative about this nigga. Like everything don't go right for this man. I don't know what it is. I don't know why the writers make him feel like he just can't do shit without nobody else in Smallville. It's just like I'm tired of that. It's the 10th season. He's supposed to be already motivated to do whatever the hell he's supposed to be doing. What happened to the motivation from the first episode, Lazarus? He was ready. He was ready. He rushed home to put on the suit. And you're telling me like you still have doubts about, what's wrong? Like I'm tired of that shit. Like 10 seasons and you're still not encouraged enough to do what you have to do. And then you're telling me that like you're telling your mother in the kitchen. This is the last part. He's telling his mom that now he feels like he should put on the suit and show his face. And I'm like, finally. But then it's like he's asking his mom if it's okay. Why? You're a grown ass man. Why? Why would you want to ask your mommy if it's okay that he puts on the suit? Like, it's your suit, nigga. Put it on. It just felt like he wasn't. He could have gave a better. I'm just tired of Clark a little bit because Clark is not trying his best. Like, it's like an off and on thing. One episode, he's ready to be this man of steel that we all looking for, looking forward to him wearing the glasses and all this shit. And then on the other hand, he just scared to do anything without somebody being there to hold his hand. Like, he was just so negative this whole episode. And then it took Lois to tell him, it took his mom to tell him, and it took a couple of fans of the Blur to tell him, you're the man. You're the reason why we hope for everything. Why? Why did it have to take so much of that motivation? Why you can't be self-motivated? And then the test thing was kind of like, it was kind of boring to me, And then Clark, he's still trying to save Lex. Like, why? He just tried to kill your mother and you're still trying to save him. When Clark, he had a gun to you with the kryptonite bullets. This nigga Clark is like, you're not that Lex. He is that Lex. The only difference now is that Lex is dying and that Lex is dead. But they still do the same things. Like, I don't understand it, people. I don't get it. Why are you trying to save him? You despise that man. You wanted to rip his head off that time he separated you from Lana. And now you're still trying to save him, trying to give him them encouraging words. You're not evil. Why? And then, Martha Kent, I got so much respect for Martha Kent now. Because Martha Kent was hard. She was hard. Like, she was raw. That's raw right there. She was just like, when she was talking to Lionel Luther, she was like that she would, if anything happens to Clark, that she's coming for them. And when she said that shit, she was so believable. I was scared, nigga. Like I was dead scared that she said that shit. Like she said, leave. Like she was so. She was like, if anything, you could have gave her a fitted cap, some baggy jeans, and fucking hoodie, and she'd have been a gangster nigga right on the street. Just like she could have been one of them niggas on the block. The way she was talking, like it was just so funny to me how she just got all tough. Like she got tough. I respect that lady so much. And what else? Oliver, he's still running around, was a fugitive, and I don't know how people don't know that's out. Like he had was a hoodie on, but it was all right episode. It was okay. You know what I'm saying? It was. I enjoyed the Lionel parts, the some of the Lex Junior parts, the I kind of liked it. I definitely liked the Martha parts. Clark part sucked. Lois part sucked. Chloe part disappointed because like this is the 10th season, and from what I told y'all, they just need to step their game up. This has been too long. Clark needs to stop doubting himself so much, and I'm tired of seeing people motivating Clark. Clark need to be self-motivated. He's Superman. Last time I checked, he didn't need nobody to inspire him to fly. He flew on his own. Correct me if I'm wrong. He flew on his own. You don't need Lois to inspire you to do that. You don't need Chloe or any of the other superheroes to inspire you to do that. You're Superman. Go be Superman. Learn how to fly. I didn't think learning how to fly was an inspiration thing. Like I thought you just knew how to do it. Your body develops and you just fly. That's how I figured Superman would have did it. Your body, like how that's how he got all his other powers. He was a teenager. His hormones started raging, and he got his heat vision one day out of the blue. He didn't ask for that. He didn't need no inspiration for that. It just happened. Just same thing with the X-ray vision. One day it just happened. He didn't ask for that. It just happened. Just the same way with the damn cold breath. It just happened. Had a cold. Chloe was like, "Listen, just go and you can use your cold as an advantage. Go blow at that door." Blew the shit right off the hinges. Just happened. So flying shouldn't be that hard. And I know I don't know if everybody thought of this, but as I was watching Smallville and I seen the people that were like on the computer that Chloe showed Clark, that they were showing you the videos of how he was an inspiration and all that. I kind of felt like when I was watching, I was like, imagine they put my video, one of my Smallville previous videos of one of my reviews on that shit, and they showed me yelling at Clark about him flying. That'd have been so funny to me, like, cause I'd have been on some shit. I'd have been like, what? Cause I kind of felt like if they would have put my video, like, towards one of those videos, it should have been hilarious. I think everybody that was watching Smallville would have been like, who the fuck is that nigga? Like, that shit was hilarious. And I already knew, I told y'all from I think the Luther episode, that I think Lionel came back through the portal where Clark came back. I been knew that was gonna happen. I knew that's the only way they could have brought Lionel back. Um, they could have brought Lionel back to a different way. I don't think so, but and I already knew that he followed Clark through there. It was nothing new. I was the first person to say it. Did Lionel come through the portal with Clark? So that was obvious, and yeah, it was an alright show. It was alright. Next week, it looks like they're dealing with something weird that has nothing to do with Superman's doesn't have nothing to do with Superman and his powers and him being the man that they looking for. Looking forward to seeing. The world needs, but what can you do? It's not anybody's fault but the writers. Also, y'all seen the part with the Lex, how she stabbed him with the needle and his skin was like invulnerable to that shit, like how Clark is. Any bullets shoot him, he can't die. So I think Lex already fixed his problem of dying, and he's just playing dumb with the rest of them until he gets to where he needs to be in the right position. I highly doubt that Lex is that stupid and naive that he cares about how his family is. Like, he just manipulating everybody. That's how Lex is. That's why we need Michael Rosenbaum back, because that's the master manipulator right there, and that's all you need. So until then, till next week, see you. Peace.